Hello my crafty friends, it's Krista here from Second Chance Creation. You are invited to where? Well, maybe a garden tea party or tea for two, but you are invited. Sharing my next journal. It's shabby, colourful, oozing with beautiful laces and various charms. So this is the intro, and it's also like a big invitation card, and I've just popped on a piece of serviette and paper napkin on there, so you can use that to journal on if you wish, because that'll go in the journal as well. So here she is, and she feels, if I must say so myself, very delicious. The cover is made from a very thick cardstock that I coffee dyed, and as you can see, I've used my fabric underneath, the pink and the brown, so that it comes through this bobbin lace doily. This is lovely applique that is right around. It's actually a neckline of, or was, of a top. And I've had this for a long time. It was really stark white, and I've just put a little bit of pinkish and a bit of brown on it just to dull it a little bit, because it was right out there in my face. And so that's what that is. Isn't this gorgeous? And I had that for such a long time. I've made a very large journal topper, and I decoupaged it with a beautiful napkin. And I have done some layering with pink paper doily, which you obviously can't see, and some other cardstock. And there's a pink doily, paper doily peeking through. And I've popped on a little one of my little miniature envelopes. This is a beautiful brooch, and it actually has got a little bit of pink in it. It doesn't show up on the photos that I put up on my Etsy store. And yes, she's gorgeous, so you can take it off and use it if you wish. Okay, so she's all dressed, ready to go to the tea party. Quite a bit of layering, just some pretty laces that I've had, and I've actually purchased some of these. This one I've had out of my stash, and just a little doily. Some really pretty trims here that I've actually purchased, and it goes right around. The signature is sewn in. It's sort of like a rounded signature. It's I didn't make it into a crocodile mouth, but it does have, I do believe, 64 sides, front and back, all up. And yes, and as you can see, it's beautiful and very easy to ride in. I haven't put a tie on, but there will be a tie around it with a little surprise. So at this point in time, it doesn't need it. It does stand up really nice, so that you can actually, visually put it, on your dressing table or on the mantelpiece or wherever you wish, or even just a bookcase. All right, are you waiting? Just let me have a sip of tea. I hope you're all well. All right, let's venture inside, shall we? So the tea party's on, and now the lady that's holding the tea party, let's call her Emily, is having a tea party, and she's, as you can see, she's getting all the information ready of what she's going to wear. Okay, probably going to wear a corset. She's going to get some really nice perfume. She's ordered the person that's going to be playing the music, and this is an original piece out of a music book that I had, and it was like this, but it's quite old. They must have cut something out, so I thought I'd pop that in there, bit of ephemera. And of course, she's got a party list here. Okay, she's already ticked something here that she's taken care of. Okay, so they all go in here, and on here there's another tag okay, on your special day. So it's a special day for her. She's holding this party. I've done a lot of decoupaging because I didn't use any kits and like digital kits, so I used a lot of decoupaging for paper napkins. These beautiful laces I actually purchased from a lady on their Facebook group, Junk Journals Down Under. Beautiful selection. I just couldn't help myself. A piece of vellum, and look, everyone received the invitation, and she's definitely going to the party. So she's ringing up her Auntie Emily and saying, look, I've got my invitation, okay, and I'm coming, and I'm going to wear my pink bow, okay, and the party is being held at number 4 Tea Gardens, okay. Some pretty ruffles here and lots of bling, and they all put up with, I used silver safety pins because of the silver brooch. I just wanted to follow that through. So, and of course, Emily's sitting here having a cup of tea, and she's received all these invitations back. They're all coming. So all these guests are all coming, okay? So she's absolutely thrilled. So she's taken a breather and having a cup of tea. And I've just cut that out. It's a silhouette that I printed out, and I've just cut it out on cardstock. And of course, her best friends are coming as well. They've sent their invitation, the response to the invitation, and she's organised the cake as well. Okay. And this is a page pocket that I've made into sort of tucks 3 ways, front, the tuck, and then on the back as well, so you can put the large ones right on the back. It's there somewhere, it's not hard, just there, and then the smaller ones all go behind here. So there's plenty of journaling cards to journal on, and then the little booklet goes in the front. I've used some gorgeous still papers from Paper Inspiration. Anybody that I mention, I'm going to leave the links in the description box. So these pages I did not heavily ink, but I tore them, okay? Here's some beautiful lace flips that you'll see throughout in different colours, different designs, and they are just a sample of all the beautiful dresses the ladies wore to the tea party. Okay, bit of collage. Here we go. This is a piece of napkin. Just love this. And this is a pianola paper, and this was a pocket that was sent to me by that I purchased from Karen Grant. I'm going to leave her link below as well. And what I did was, because it was a double pocket, I actually separated it and made it into 2 flips, as you'll see. So this is 1 flip, and what I've done is I decoupaged, and just to strengthen a little bit, and you can journal on this, okay. Little bit of tulle there, little teddy bear, and she obviously has her invitation, piece of vellum. I just printed this out from Pinterest. Didn't turn out very good, but I think it's turned out pretty good in here. Looks good. Love this. Very colourful, very bright. They obviously bought little Sadie, the little poodle, and their best friends. Here you'll see some pieces of jewellery with an earring, and I've made that into a flip. And in here, this must be the singer. She's going to be singing, hence the music paper. She'll be singing at the party. And just a little booklet. Okay, this came out of Daphne's diary actually. Yep. On the back here, I did a bit of decoupage again, and I printed this out from Pinterest and just finished up with a pretty lace, and it's a little scrap notebook. And another piece of beautiful lace trim, that one of the dresses that might have been worn at the garden party. Here I've used a Tim Holtz, couple of kids. They're going to the party. They're all dressed up. Here's a little tuck, and I've made a little matching envelope out of that one. Piece of applique. Let's make sure I'm in frame. Here is a top tuck, and I've got a little envelope here, and you can journal on this as well. So if the pages are missing in the journal, but there's lots of journaling areas, lots of scrapbooks, lots of flips. So teas and coffees, obviously. Beautiful, still from Paper Inspiration. Here we are, she's just on her own, having a cup of tea. She's got her invitation. And I think the photographer is coming, and hence the little film strip. Beautiful lace, some more of this lovely jewellery bling. Here's another piece of lace. These are really, really soft, absolutely exquisite piece of bling just here. Here I've made a little, just a little tuck and just a piece of journaling paper here. This is decoupaged. Here I've popped in a vintage doily. It's mainly just to strengthen the spine, but because I haven't overfilled it, and also I've sewn it in with a sewing awl, it's not a pamphlet stitch with sewing awl, it just tends to lie flat for me. Here's a little flip, and this is of a piece of jewellery as well. I think I printed this off Pinterest. In the centre, this came out of a storybook, and I have no idea where it's come from. So I've put one of my little stamp clusters on there because it looks really shabby. And I decoupaged a butterfly on here. Here's a little bit of bling that I've just put together into like a little heart shape. Let's see if you can see that. Just there. Okay. And I just love this. This is a very old doily, vintage doily. And there's the other side of the doily. Look, there she is. She's in the garden. She's all dressed up, waiting for the guests. Here I've just an envelope that I decoupaged, and I've just clipped it on with my all-top paper clip, so you can use it as a tuck. There's nothing in this envelope, so you can pop in whatever you like. Bit more decoupage. More decoupage. Little cutout. A little flip. Another one of my stamp clusters. These are really original stamps, and you'll find some in 3 packs. I've made up 3 packs in my Etsy store. So if you are interested in my original stamp fabric cluster, just pop over. This is one of them. And look at this beautiful look at this beautiful lace trim. Isn't this just gorgeous? Oh, absolutely love it. Okay, another piece of bling. Bit more decoupage. Obviously got a invitation as well. She's happy. Little flip. It's from the other side, so you might want to be able to jot some notes down. Here I've made a tuck. You might remember this. I shared this in my last video of what I've been making. And I made this tag. And the back of this is from an art journal. Okay. Just popped on some lace, and obviously she's received her invitation. Here's the photographer. Okay, and I had this little cutout of a camera, and I just glued it on there, make it look as though she's holding the camera. She's getting ready. Little tuck, and she's obviously taking a photo of this little girl. She doesn't seem to be very happy, but she found a ball. That's the main thing. Okay. Decoupaged, made a book page pocket. Here's a scrappy notepad, and here's one of my Franken papers that I made into just a little topper. Decoupaged some sweets that are at the party. And then here you'll also find an envelope with a matching letter in there that you can journal on. And of course, you know, that needed, the maid is around as well. And this is attached with a paper clip. So this was a, this was like a, oh, what do you call those little boxes that you put sweets in, then you fold the bottoms and top together? Can't remember, like little Bombery boxes, I suppose. And I put a decoupage on there of a teacup. And there's the maid, it's one of my skins. And she looks like she's putting another kettle of water on. And just a little stack of guest checks just here. Okay. And they just fit really nicely in here. And it's held together with a paper clip on this piece of vellum just here. Okay. And here's another postcard. Just pops under here. A flip. These are all that I've printed out. I think I printed these out quite a while ago, probably last year. And because I didn't have a postcard stamp, but I actually got one now. Ooh. And here is the other side of the pianola paper. And I wanted to strengthen it because I didn't want it to get, you know, tear. So what I've done is I've actually glued some coffee dyed paper on there. Popped on all my pile of little teacups, and then you can actually journal on this, and this strengthens it a little bit. And I didn't want to cover up that writing because that was already on there. On the back you would have seen me share this page book cluster, so you've got something to tuck behind here. I've made a tag for the pocket. Okay, decoupage the book paper and just put a little tag on the front there. Some more fabric. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's another snippet of one of the dresses that was worn at the tea party. Out of a magazine, little girl having her own tea party at the tea party with a doll. This here, oh, I've kept this for about 12 months. It's come off a bottle of wine, and I absolutely love that picture. I thought I'm going to see if I can rescue it, and I did. So just popped them there. Someone must have arrived on a push bike, who knows. On the back here, this is absolutely gorgeous. I printed this out on some cardstock, and I was going to use this as the front cover journal, but it just didn't work out. So I used it as a large tuck spot, so you can pop something behind there. Tattered doily and some food coloured cheesecloth. Okay. And here's the other part of the pianola paper, and this is Karen Grant's signature of roses that she paints. Absolutely gorgeous. And I decoupaged napkin here, just added some pretty laces and added the trim. And then I've just put some coffee dyed paper and a teaspoon there, because then you can journal on it without having to worry about the holes. Some Tim Holtz girls, and they obviously got their invitation as well. And then under here I've just put on snippets of fabric just to make it look really, really cool. So yeah, so this is the end of that journal. So it's very, very colourful, but very soft colours, fun, and yeah, I just really enjoyed making it without going over the top of being too grungy. So this is already listed in my Etsy store. Okay. So yes, so that's that one there, and that will go with it. Okay. And I do have a tie somewhere that I've already done up, so that, you know, I'll tie that up when it gets sent off. So let me know of your thoughts, but I just loved using the snippets, and plus I'm getting to use up a lot of my own stash, which is great. So there she is. So I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough, and I'm off in the garden now. Take care, be safe, and happy crafting.